What is up, guys? Happy holidays. We are playing Home Alone because we are looking for a festive holiday game, and to my knowledge, It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas Story don't have games, although maybe I'm wrong. I was thinking of playing Die Hard and Lethal Weapon because those are awesome games that take place in Christmas. Well, no, they're not awesome games. They're awesome movies that take place in Christmas. Those games are actually pretty bad. So we'll do Home Alone because it's kind of fun. Like, Home Alone came out on a lot of different platforms. I remember one of my buddies getting it for his birthday, and it was on PC. And there's a Nintendo version, and we're going to play the Super Nintendo version, which is, I don't know, just about as average as... Oh, he's like running by those guys. As all the other ones. So it's obviously based on the 90s movie Home Alone. It featured Macaulay Culkin and Daniel Stern, I believe, and Joe Pesci as the bad guys. And there's the old dude who's a nice guy too. But it's all about Macaulay Culkin getting left at home while his family goes on a vacation. And then they, realize that he's home alone, and he has to defend the house against the bad guys, and hilarity ensues. Basically, it's just bad parenting. But it did spawn a sequel, too. Everybody loved it, and then it spawned, like, 3 more sequels. I was not aware of that. So there was a third one, which I think was a different kid, and I don't know, I guess they're just using the whole, like, he's alone or something like that. And then the fourth one, I think, was a made-for-TV movie, but it was supposed to be the same character as Macaulay Culkin, but he's played by a different actor. And then there's like a fifth one that I just don't even know, but it's just ridiculous. I don't know, the whole thing just went way too long, in my opinion. So anyways, like, they obviously were trying to make money off the franchise. They created a whole bunch of these games, and a lot of them were done by THQ, I think. I'm not sure about this one. This one might have been, like, distributed by it. I think they're made by a bunch of different people, but they're all pretty average. But if you're looking for, like, holiday type games, I'm not quite sure there's, like, a whole lot of really good ones out there. So anyways, yeah, we're following the plot. We play as Kevin McAllister, which is Macaulay Culkin's character, and he has a squirt gun. And this game is just, like, very, 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 very loosely based on, like, the concept of the movies. So you basically just run around your house, and you need to collect items. So as you can see, like, there's a blue backpack up in the top right. Every time you collect an item, it increments, and there's a safe which is next to it, and you need to collect that many items. Whoa. And when you have those amount of items, you can go over to one of these, like, laundry chutes. Oh, okay. And those guys, they'll steal treasure. So I think there's a little bit more treasure on each floor than what you need. But you kind of want to avoid doing that. So periodically, you'll need to drop off your treasure. You can only hold so many items in your blue backpack before you can't hold any more. So you'll have to kind of make stops running back and forth to these guys. And there's these bad guys here, and you can shoot them, which is really disgusting. That squirt gun makes, like, the worst noise. This is, like, kind of not appropriate. That's not a good squirt gun noise. Anyways, so you have to run around, and Kevin is... So in the movie, basically Kevin is trying to defend his house from Marv, which is Joe Pesci, and Harry, which is Daniel Stern. And they're these burglars known as the Wet Bandits. So they go and rob people's houses, and they fled them for some stupid reason. And they're gonna do that to Kevin's house, and Kevin is one of these crazy kids who like uses all of his toys and concocts all these traps, and so we're maxed out in our stuff, so we need to make a dump. So he knows, I guess, when Harry and Marv are going to try to burgle the house, and he comes up with all these like sadistic like traps that would kill people in real life. So some of the games focused on that. I know the PC one that I played, you were actually making traps and trying to lure like the Wet Bandits into like the traps. So these pizza slices that I'm getting, if I make a whole pizza or get a whole pizza, which there are some in the game, you get an extra life, so that's cool. Alright, yeah, you want to get all the treasure. So anyways, this one is not like that though. I have no idea who these bowler hat bad guys are. They're like just generic enemies. They do have, from my understanding, you know, Harry and Marv in this game, and they are like multiples of them, so. Okay, so I want to get that. And, but you'll run into like these kind of side henchmen and a lot of weird stuff in this game. But instead of trying to trick, murder, you know, Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, what you want to do in this game is run around and pick up all of these bags of money and huge emerald rings. So it's really kind of weird. Like, I'm not quite sure what they were going for. They kind of missed the mark. And it's a super generic game. Yeah. There's like a moose over here, something. So once you get the required number of items in the safe, you can come to this like brown door, and there will be a key in front of it, and it'll allow you to go into the basement where you're dumping all of these treasures. Okay, so this is Marv. And let's see, do we have, so you can cycle between weapons. So you start with a squirt gun. We got like the slingshot, and I'm not quite sure. Well, that's like not very effective like at all. There we go. So Marv, he just like will wait, so we can't really. Alright. Alright. Oh shoot, we're screwed. Okay, so I do want to get that. Alright. So basically the squirt gun kind of stuns enemies, and then you need to kind of avoid them. So, as you can see, I can't pick up an item until I drop off all the stuff. So kind of similar to the movie, there's some stuff, like traps that are kind of, you know, available in the house, and you can lure the bad guys into them. That'll kind of get rid of them. So there's a little bit, I guess, that kind of relates to the movie, but it's really kind of in left field. So yeah, you just kind of run around trying to collect stuff, then you dump it off, then you go down to the basement, and sometimes you like fight a boss. It's actually like a really short game. It's only 4 levels, but it kind of does get challenging, I'm not gonna lie. So the most amazing thing about this game is that it probably cost like 40 bucks. Like when it came out, or like 50 bucks, I don't know. Like, it would be kind of like a travesty to sell a game for like that much, like this type of game for that much these days. And it's kind of funny. I mean, you know, they're trying to use stuff from the movie. You see like the super pixelated images, the screenshots from Home Alone, and then they're using nice Christmassy type music. Nutcracker, of course. Can't like have any holiday type game without having Nutcracker in it, right? So this is really weird. Like, you can't jump on this table. I don't know why. So you have to literally keep stomping to get this ring. Alright, so all we need is like one more thing, and then we can go down to the basement. So this is Harry, and what you can do... That is the best part of the game, seriously. Oh, and you can get cookies, and they will fix up your power. So we're in good shape. We have enough of what we need, even though that one bad guy stole our stuff. So one thing to notice is Harry and Marv and all the bad guys, they will respawn when you go into a room, and they will also respawn whenever you dump stuff. So if we moved over to the left, there would be like another Harry. And Harry can't be jumped over, so we have the key here. And now we can go down, and we have to now dodge like bats and rats. Alright. Ah, yes. Ah, whoa. Alright. Ah, no. Alright. So it's not like all that complicated, but it's kind of weird, and you could probably make a run for it if you have. And he starts spitting like he's possessed. And then he has this huge like safe. I don't know, this game is really weird. And then a nice pixelated screen. These guys were pushovers. Next wing. So instead of having a house, I guess he has like a palatial mansion or something now. So that was the first level. Like, we'll go ahead and get started on the second level. I'm just going to take a break, so I will see you guys in a little bit.